What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Teenager Tuesday.
Yeah, Teenager Tuesday.
We're here, Megan.
We're
here. I'm Elijah Keck. I'm the student pastor at the McKinney campus. If you don't know who I am, if I haven't got a chance to meet you, I would love to meet you.
I'm Megan McKinney. I'm the student director at the Frisco East campus. And so today we're going to be doing the culture update
It's all for the
for
culture.
you guys. Yes, and
That's
just
right.
letting you know things that are going on in culture, what our students are talking about, what they're participating in, all of those things. And so that's what we're going to be doing today.
Hopefully this can help you a little bit today. So
We've got a thing that we're starting off with, actually,
'Kay.
that goes along perfect with this.
Yes.
Kind of explaining some of those words that your students are randomly shouting out in your house, and you're like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? So Elijah's going to explain some of these things that are these popular words in teenage culture right now.
I'm probably not a great person to do this, but yes,
I
let's
believe
do
in
this.
you. All right, the first one is no cap. Elijah, what does no cap mean?
All right, no cap means like that's the truth. No cap. Telling a cap is like telling a lie. That's pretty much the words exchanged. No cap means, yeah, this is truth. No cap, all facts. Seriously, this is real true. This is true. And so that's what no cap means.
Okay, what about period?
Period. I don't know if students are still saying this. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I know a few months ago they were. Maybe your students are saying this. Period is like it's done. Like that is official. That is boom. That's it right there. Period. And they'll even say something like this. That's on period. Like 100%. That's the truth. So
Okay, there we go. What about yeet?
Yeet. Okay. This one I'm actually not 100% sure on. I don't even know if this has a for sure definition. But yeet, like you yeet something. You yeet. Send it. Yeah, it's send it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna yeet that. Honestly, I think it can be used in a variety of different ways. If your student's saying it, it's not a bad thing. Unless, I guess it depends on how they're saying it. Yeah, so yeet.
Okay,
I hope we
yeet.
explained that well.
What about slaps?
Slaps. So there's a bunch of different ways people can say this. Like, this movie slaps. That means pretty much this is good. Whatever they're saying slaps, that means it's good. So if they're like, bro, this dinner slaps. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. They could even say smacks. Smacks,
Interchangeable,
slaps.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Bumps. I don't know. They say a bunch of different words like that. And they all mean it's good. I don't know why they can't just say it's good.
I don't know.
But
You never
slaps.
know, yeah?
Yeah, it slaps.
All right, the last one is Finsta.
Finsta. Okay. Finsta is fake Insta. So this is actually something that is pretty big right now.
Yeah.
Students, and I don't know, when I was in high school, this really wasn't a big thing, but people are making fake Instagrams for multiple reasons. Some people do it so that they can just absolutely spam all the photos of them being goofy and them being outside of what they would normally post to try to keep their regular Instagram clean and like perfect in the way they want it. And so they'll have a fake Instagram, and usually it's like some play off of their own name. And they'll be posting just
Or they call it like a spam account or whatever.
Some weird stuff. Or they'll post just like a bunch of their camera roll pictures. I think it's an interesting thing though, because students really don't like the idea of like messing up their Instagram. So they have to create another one so that they can post their real selves on that fake Instagram, which is funny.
Yeah, and they only let people follow that one that they're like really close friends with or whatever. So like only certain students even let us like follow their Finstas. It's like if they really trust you, you're like, you can follow this. And it's not for a bad reason. It's just like they know the people that follow those accounts, they can post whatever and people aren't gonna like judge them or make fun of them or whatever. Yeah,
I wouldn't say if your student has a Finsta, I wouldn't say it's not always. I think everything can be good or bad. It's usually good. I mean, it's usually like just somewhere that they can like unload some of their other pictures and stuff like that. But I mean, there are definitely times where you want to just keep an eye out on those things for sure. For sure. So the next thing we want to do is a little segment called The Good and the Bad. Just with culture. And today we're going to be talking about some tech stuff. I know we've been doing some tech reviews, and not tech reviews, but just like talking about technology, because teenagers use so much technology. And so we're going to be comparing two different apps or things that students are FaceTiming on. The first thing is House Party, and the second thing is Omegle. Both of these things are I don't know if Omegle can be good, but let me talk about House Party first. House Party, it's an app. I'll show you the picture of what the application looks like. We showed this in church, and no one really knew what this was, but pretty much it looks like that. It's a little hand waving. It's House Party. Pretty easy. I would love this app for students. It's a very easy app. They can add friends. Pretty much what it is it's kind of like a Zoom, but it's a place where they can hang out with their friends on FaceTime, play games. There's all sorts of games already on the app that you can go ahead play with your friends on there, whether it's Uno, board games. There's literally so many games on there. What I love is that students have to add people. You have to add the friends. It's not just like random people that can just jump onto their house parties. It's people that have to be approved and in their friend list that can jump into their group. And so as a parent, this is good for you to know because you can kind of keep an eye out, especially if your student's in middle school and especially in this time of COVID and being at home. This is a great app for your students to have community, play games. You can play Fortnite and stuff on this app and play with get to hang out with other students. Yeah. And so what a cool app. As a pastor, I look at this and I'm like, man, especially for middle school students, this is a great opportunity for them to hang out, play games, but also be safe because they know that the people on the other side are people that they know. And for you as parents, that's a great thing for you guys to keep an eye out on is you're going to know the friends that they're talking to, and you can always keep a list of who their friends are. So the next one is Omegle. Some of you probably don't know what this app is. Megan, you want to explain it?
Yeah, so Omegle, is kind of similar to House Party, but this is kind of like the dark side of that in the sense of, just like Elijah was saying, the good thing about House Party is all of your students know the people that they're adding. They're on there with their friends or maybe people at least someone knows. Omegle is they could be in with people that they do not know them. It could be a grown man. It could be anyone. And something that's problematic about Omegle too is there is nudity. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in there that isn't great for students. And it's just not safe. It's just not a safe place where if your student is doing that instead, or you hear maybe they're talking about it, I don't know, it's one of those things that the more we learn about it, the more we're kind of this is potentially problematic or we're seeing red flags just because they can be in with people and there are no age limits or restrictions or anything like that. And so it's just not a great place for our students to be hanging out because you just don't know what they could be exposed to, what someone could say to them, who they could be connecting with. So it's just kind of a scary thing that we just want everyone to be aware of because it isn't as safe as House Party.
Just a heads up on that, not a good place. So House Party, huge win. Yeah. Definitely get on there if your students are on there. It's awesome. And then Omegle, obviously, be aware of that. If your students are talking about it, really ask some questions and then get involved in that situation. Yeah. And then we want to end with one tip and trick for you guys. Just kind of something that I've been hearing as a pastor from students. And really what it is, it's simple, that teens are ready for human interaction. Yeah. A lot of you are kind of letting your students already hang out with people, and you've already seen that, but students are tired of Zoom calls. They're tired. Don't. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that if you're still worried about coronavirus, and that makes sense. But your students need human interaction. They need people to have that human interaction with, and they're craving it. And so, as a parent, even if it's one student, even if it's their pastor, they can go and have lunch with. But you can still set boundaries and stuff like that. But I would just be aware of that. Your students, man, they're tired of Zoom. They're tired of all their classes, are tired of all this stuff on Zoom. They want to be in person. And so I would say a tip is just hey, get them involved. If you're worried about big groups, find one of their friends, find a pastor, find someone that they can at least go and have one-on-one conversation with.
Yeah, or meeting at the park. I loved last year in the 100%. Spring whenever COVID was really it was new and people were meeting up at the park and still sitting far enough away from each other so they were safe, but then that way they could still have interactions. I think that's just important because our students they're getting to a place. It's been a year since all this has been going on, and not saying that we're downplaying coronavirus or anything like that. Absolutely not, if you're still wanting to be safe, but just trying to be maybe more creative and finding a way that your student could connect. I love the idea of you saying with their student pastor, if you're still, a little bit weary, or maybe one friend that they have that it's this is the one friend that we're going to try to find a way for 100%. Them to stay with and hang out with or whatever. But I think it's a place where our students, they're getting to the spot where they really need that connection, especially if they're doing online school still. It's really been hard. Yeah,
100%. So that's been it for the culture update. I hope your culture's been updated. It's been lit, bruh. Yeah. We'll cover that next time, I'm sure. Yeet. Yeah, we just yeeted that. Yeah, yeet. Amazing. I hope this never gets shown in front of teenagers ever, because they're going to roast me for that. Yeah. So we just want to remind you that you can do this. You are not alone. God is with you. And we're here for you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bye.